quarterly review is coming up. It's going to start next Monday. It's going to last for 2 weeks. If you haven't been here during a quarterly review, what that is two things mainly. One, we're going to go through goal setting, which we'll get into in a later video. It's going to be a little bit better this quarter. And then number two, we focus on levels testing, which is this, basically. Think of it like martial arts belts. You have different levels, different band colors, and your goal is to move up through them over time. I want to talk a little bit about why we do this and why we do it once a quarter. So the first reason is this allows us to gauge our overall fitness, where we're at right now. It gives us a snapshot of that, which is important. You need to know where you've been, where you are now, and where you want to go if you really want to improve. Number two, this allows us to look at our previous goals and assess those. Did we have good goals? Did we have bad goals? What worked? What didn't work? And that'll help us with the next set of goals that we use in the next quarter. Number three, this helps us be a more well-rounded athlete, which is what CrossFit is all about. There's different sections here: gymnastics, metabolic conditioning, weightlifting, benchmark WODs, and you have to be generally good at each section to move on to the next band level. So you can't have a horrible section and still move forward. Horrible is probably not the best word, but you can't do poorly in a section and still move forward. So it really forces you to focus on your weaknesses and try to fix them, which is another huge part of CrossFit, hammering your weaknesses. So that's really important for that. Next, motivation to improve. If you don't have goals or milestones or know the next step in a process, you really have no motivation to continue to improve. So this really helps us. You can keep moving up, very clear guidelines, very clear goals for moving through this if you don't have your own goals, and this really helps with that. What you don't want to do is turn this into something negative and only focus on what you're not good at. I know I said hammer your weakness, but negatively focus on that and let it get you down. Instead, use it as a tool to push to the next level. And then lastly, doing the levels testing once a quarter allows us to gather data so we can make better goals for the next quarter. Without data, you're just kind of walking around, in the dark, trying to figure out what to do. With good data, you can make more informed, better decisions about the next set of goals. So that is pretty much why we do levels testing and quarterly review. If you have any questions, talk to any of the coaches, and we will be putting out more information soon, so stay tuned.